Hi, hello all, good morning.
Hi.
Good morning, Akshit.
Good morning.
So, hope I am clearly audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, actually, I'm just waiting for a few more to join. Okay, right. Let us start. So, as I told in the demo class, maybe some of you joining today. First of all, welcome to Azure Data Engineering Training from Edufulness. So, myself, Achyut Kumar, I introduced yesterday itself. Okay. So, I'm working as a data engineer. Uh, So in this entire training, whatever we experienced in our data engineering career, so same thing we are going to discuss actually. So the most of the things are, it is a discussion like almost with the real time only. Okay. So only when we are discussing normal concepts, as concept wise we will see, but remaining things how we are maintaining in real time, exactly same discussion is going to happen. Okay. So now let us try to start with curriculum actually for today because though we discussed it yesterday, whoever attended, let us have a quick recap curriculum wise because most of the people will enroll to the course basing on this curriculum only, right? So that's why I'm giving the high priority for this particular one especially. Okay. So here nothing to hide, everything is open. Okay, what are possibilities, what are not possibilities? I clearly explained in the demo also. Have a look in the Edufulness channel. So with the same name, you can search in the YouTube. You will find the Edufulness channel. Okay. So see yesterday's discussion if you missed that demo class. Okay. And still, if you have if any doubts are there, you are free to call back anytime actually. Okay. So let us try to quickly discuss what is the curriculum part and then we will move further. So the very first thing is Azure SQL Server. As I told even yesterday, this is one of the important topic actually. Whoever is working in data domain, not only the data engineering, database developer, data scientist, data analyst, anybody data side if they are working, one of the SQL technology mandatorily should know actually. And the beauty of the SQL technology is it is always evergreen actually. So 10, 20 years back, what SQL you have, even today also same SQL you are using. So that's what the here real beauty. Okay. So even after 10, 20 years also same thing. So there is no doubt advanced technologies they will definitely will come, but you have to use this SQL in the new technologies actually. For example, ADF if you take, so in the ADF also, you should write down SQL queries, you should write down stored procedures and you will call. So whatever that's, okay. Now another important technology here is Data Factory actually. So the Data Factory is going to play a key role for migrating the data from one location to another location. Okay, so very effective data migration related development you can do. You can call pipelines actually. So data movement is going to happen from one location to another location. Okay, so while doing different mechanisms are there, understanding and different standards are there, and that's what actually the training of this particular one, Azure Data Factory. This is completely drag and drop. That is the good thing. You no need to have any coding skills. Only thing is logically you should be good. How to do by just doing the practice, definitely you will understand actually. Okay. So data factory is a simple one. Then the next one is Azure Databricks actually. One of the trending one, and you are going to have a very bright future if you are master this Databricks parts. Okay. Definitely your career growth like anything, if you understand Databricks very well, okay, and if you do the hands-on actually. So especially this is for data processing people are going to use. Data processing also, data processing you can do even here also. See, simple data processing is always unnecessary columns, rows, and data aggregation or whatever way of data you need from the existing. That's what data transformation from one shape to another shape. Whatever we are doing, that is data transformation, you can say. So that data transformation you can do with Databricks actually. You can do with the Data Factory also, SQL Server also. But the thing is, whenever you have a huge amount of data, Databricks is going to give a very good performance than these two actually. So because it's a parallel processing is there inside, and at the same time, we are going to have actually in-memory computation and scale in scale out options is there. So that automatically it will increase the number of sources to process your data or decrease the number of resources basing on the amount of data you have actually. So whenever you have a huge amount of data, it's going to work really in a fully automated manner. Okay. So that is what actually Azure Data Bricks and then Synapse Analytics actually. By knowing all these three, Synapse Analytics also because all these three directly will exist here. Okay. Not only that, Data Lake Gen 2 also people will call Gen 2, ADLS, so different names. And another one is Blob Storage. These are simply like to store your files, okay, folders or videos, audios, anything if you want to keep in the cloud. And then those files, if you want to use them for further, you are going to use these storages actually. So on this, you no need to put any special attention to understand. Automatically, you will understand them actually. Okay. So that's what actually this one. And the very important next one is Delta Lake. So this is very important, completely related to the Databricks part. Okay. And Delta Lake nowadays it's using as a data warehouse, and we should understand its architecture and different operations so that very frequently used one in the real time nowadays. Along with this, for our requirement purpose, we will see the logic app for email notification, Teams notification purpose, and of course, many applications are there. So, but we are going to get familiar with this for email notifications purpose, simply notifications related. And then another one is Key Vault. So these are just supporting technologies basing on your requirement actually. So some requirement is there. So to fulfill that, you are just taking these services and you using it. That's all. So easy to understand. That's why these are not going to play a major role in your entire thing. Just half an hour, 1 hour discussion will make you to understand these things. That's all. So key vault is especially to store your secrets actually. In a project, secrets is nothing but like for example, if you want to store the passwords, access keys, so anything sensitive which you want to reveal to your whole team, only specific people if you want to know. So secrets you are going to maintain by using key vault actually. So these are the services wise, technologies wise. Very important thing is making you more confident to handle your interview or your real time. That is scenarios part. Okay, just understanding concepts is not going to help you much. Scenarios practice is going to make you to do anything confidently actually. So that's what we faced in our real time. More than 30 we are going to discuss in the class from the scratch. Here there is no prerequisite as I told. You are willing to attend the class is more important. Willing to learn is the more important. Everything we are going to start from the scratch. Today itself you will feel that. Okay. So scenarios is definitely going to make you more confident actually. So what we faced, what frequently happening in the data engineering domain, those things we are going to discuss from the scratch. So always we will discuss first theory, then that theory we are going to implement. and then if any pros and cons, okay, or performance related, anything we are going to see. So that's what theory is always going to give you the better visibility or vision. Then that you are going to implement. Okay. Then on top of this, very importantly, we are going to have a one live project. Okay. So this live project directly you can keep in your resume. And not only this, as I told even yesterday, two pre-recorded projects you are going to have. So we will give access to these two pre-recorded projects. These projects are actually discussed for the previous batches. So we have a recording, so we would like to give them. And overall, three projects you are going to get. Okay, one is live from the scratch. We are going to discuss that going to make you to understand from end to end actually. So not just implementation, as I told even yesterday, every phase of the project we are going to discuss theoretically wherever possible, and wherever possible we will implement that. So that's what main implementation we will say anyhow, development side, and remaining things at least we will discuss theoretically what will happen, how it will be there with the screenshots. Then similarly these two projects which we discussed for previous batches. Overall, this is what actually we are going to cover. Everything from the scratch you are going to see. That's what guaranteed we can tell. So you no need to, you don't have any prerequisite at your side. Okay, right? So this is what the very first thing syllabus wise. Basing on this, you can decide actually whether this training is going to helpful or not. Okay. Now I will take your questions. There, yeah, if you have any doubts, feel free to ask now.
Uh, Hi, this is Kiran.
Yeah, Kiran.
I think maybe you have already covered this, but yesterday I was a little late to the demo session. Can you hear me? Am I loud and clear?
Yeah, you are clear. Tell me,
Okay.
Kiran.
So my question was, see, even though I worked in the data field for a couple of years, but I didn't get a chance to work on SQL side because it
Yeah.
was moved to different part.
Hmm.
So considered I being a new to SQL query, like complete T-SQL and new to T-SQL. So
Hmm.
how do you think, what should I keep in mind? Because I'm a fresher to SQL Server. What about me taking to Azure Data Engineering where Azure SQL Server comes? What should I learn? Is it something from basic I
So
need to
that's what
learn or?
actually, see. That's what I am keep on stressing that point actually.
Mm,
See, earlier, some prerequisites we used to tell actually.
mm,
The like a SQL server, we didn't teach earlier. And remaining things we used to start directly. But we observed that there is a big lagging actually by many people not knowing the SQL part. So that's why we included in the curriculum. So what I am saying is keep on. We are not going to assume anything that you know something. Okay. So SQL, if we are going to start from the SQL itself in the first week actually. From the scratch, every topic we will start, even SQL also. And we will go as much deep as possible and how much is required for data engineering in every topic. So SQL, we are going to start from the scratch. You no need to learn it anything separately. After completion, if you feel anything, something else is there, if you want to learn, yes, definitely you can go. But that time you will easily understand any other extra topics, whatever you are learning. So you no need to worry about what you have to learn individually. Just come to the classes every day. Uh, Everything we are going to provide, whatever is required for this particular task, data engineering role. Okay?
yeah. Okay. Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah. Yeah. So always, yeah. Any
Yeah,
other
good
doubts?
morning. Good
Yeah,
morning,
Sheshan.
Ajit.
Yeah, Sheshan.
Ajit, we are in the ADF. We are covering all the topics like for the data flows and everything, or we have covered only for the particularly for the activities part.
Yes. So you see the data flows part as we will cover. Okay, no doubt. The thing is actually data flows we are going to use for the transformation purpose. In the
Yes.
SQL side also, you will see a transformation related. Okay. And the Databricks also transformation related. So we will discuss, of course, data flows. But if you see practically in the real time, very rarely people will use transformations. If it is a small amount of data with the data factory itself, if you want to conclude everything, then people will do here. So I will introduce, I will discuss, but I will concentrate much on the Databricks side because you have a better future in this. Here also I will discuss, here also I will give the very highlights, very deep discussion, but much discussion will be there here. Okay. Data flows transfer for transformation purpose. Same requirement you will do here also. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, hi, this is Juga.
Yeah, Jugi.
Do we need any Python prerequisites for this?
Yeah. So you see here Python related, here PySpark especially. I guess your question is here. So PySpark we are using for mainly transformation purpose. So coding we are doing. Yes, of course, this is a Python coding only on the Spark engine. But still, PySpark you will understand directly, even if you don't know Python actually. But my recommendation, if you know Python, that is well and good. But you no need to worry if you don't know Python. Directly PySpark you will understand. Many people will understand and directly surviving without knowing Python basics also. If you know Python, what is the added advantage is you will betterly understand the OOPS concepts so that you can visualize somehow actually what is class, what is object, how they are integrated, all these things. But still, if you don't know, no worries at all. Directly PySpark you will understand. So it is not completely dependent on the OOPS concepts or Python structure. PySpark is directly able to understand such a way it will be there. Okay, standard scripts will be there for few and logically transformation related you will understand. If you understand, see that's why I am saying that SQL how much you are good, same SQL concepts only in Databricks. So you can see transformation you are able to do here, you are able to do here means what you are able to do, it's a like a languages, what we are speaking, like a English, Telugu, Hindi, like that, right? So you just, what is the alternate word in that particular language? So syntactically some changes will be there. So here, for example, group by clause is there. So same group by function here is there. Concept theoretically we will understand here. We will implement here directly. So that,
So, I think we'll cover the basic Python thing in
so
data.
whatever is required basic, whenever I am discussing, see that's what I am saying that if any input is required for suppose if any topic before discussion, some prerequisite is there, that I am going to discuss. That's what I am saying that from scratch everything we will start. But what in addition to that, what we are doing is if you are really interested to learn Python, so my Udemy courses are there, more than 15 plus actually. So in that Python is also there. And as I told even yesterday also, whoever enrolled to the courses, we used to offer my Udemy courses with free coupon actually. Okay, otherwise you have to pay. Either you can learn the Python from there, or Python is nowadays it's almost you have a many free content is there in the YouTube or anywhere else. So it's up to you wherever. But if you want, definitely any of not only Python, any of my Udemy courses, I will provide free coupons. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi. Am I audible?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Archit, I'm Vijay.
Vijay.
So can you provide the topics in detail? So it will be helpful
Yes,
for
yes,
us.
yes. Yes, I will provide.
Uh,
So whoever required, just ping me. I will share that PDF. Okay.
yes. Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, welcome. Okay, now let us continue. I will take again your questions, definitely. So now the next part is here. what you have to do actually, prerequisite side. So don't confuse. Prerequisite here means, so the accounts or softwares what you need to arrange. So that is one thing actually. And then SQL we are going to discuss now, the select clause. Something definitely you will find new, even if you know SQL also. Then what is cloud and all? Let us plan this today. Let us see how much we can complete. Okay. So prerequisite side, if you see first of all, sorry, prerequisite side, if you see first of all. So by tomorrow, try to install SQL Server in your local system. Okay, you have to practice SQL. As I told you, even in yesterday also, especially this first week, how we are going to discuss is, okay, 70% we are going to discuss SQL part, and 30% we are going to discuss Azure basics actually. Okay, so by next week you are going to get familiar with Azure basics. By that time, SQL, whatever is mandatorily we should know, we will complete actually. So that's what is planned. So that's why major part is going to play by SQL, and you should practice, right, ultimately. So you should have a SQL server for your practice. Okay. So try to install in your local system SQL server and SSMS. Okay. So you just follow any of the YouTube video, just type like how to install SQL Server and SSMS. Then automatically many videos will be there. You take whichever is best possible. Try to install it. If you feel any difficulties, just let me know. Nothing is there. You will definitely complete on your own. But still, if you have any issue, feel free to call back. Okay. Then another thing is very important thing is account side. You need Azure account actually. This is mandatorily we should have. Of course, this is actually we have free subscription is there. So you no need to worry about is it a paid one or not. So you are going to have a free subscription, especially in this 30 days you are going to have a free trial. And you are going to have a $200 free credit actually. That means 16,500 rupees you are going to get as a free credit. Free credit means whenever you use any of the Azure services, whatever that, leave it. If you use something inside the Azure cloud, so it is chargeable actually. So that amount is going to cut from this. So you can use this account until your credit becomes 0. Or your number of days remain is 0. If anything is completed early, then your account is not able to use. Only read option will be there. You cannot write. That means you cannot use them. You can see them actually, what you did. So within 30 days is a free trial, 30 will get, and this much amount will be there. So we will tell in between also some precautions related to this, especially pricing part. Pricing part not just for your free subscription related. In your real time also, how you should maintain effectively your pricing part. So that techniques you will get it, no problem. So the thing is now very importantly, as I told, the first week we are discussing this part, you don't create Azure account. Don't create it. In the second week, after Monday class, try to create the account. Because this first week, anyhow, you are not going to discuss anything. That means the data factory, we are not going to create, we are not going to do anything in this side. But what we are discussing in the 30%, basics, it's a structure, it's a hierarchy, how the Azure services, you will create them. Okay. Something you are going to get familiar with that. You can comfortably start the actual services like a Data Factory, Databricks, those things, Data Lake, all these things. So that's why this week you don't worry about this one. Now to create this account, mandatorily you should have either credit card or a debit card. Okay. So this credit card or debit card should accept international international transaction actually. So if it is not, you are not able to create it, you can do one simple thing. Log into your online banking and then just enable the option international transactions, allow international transactions, because Azure is from US, right? So they are going to perform a simple transaction with 2 rupees actually. Okay. No worries. They will credit back also. And at the same time, once your free subscription is over, no need to worry about your account actually. Will they cut amount from this credit card or not? Even if you leave it also, not at all a problem. And we should be very conscious, very careful, because the amount they are going to, for some services, it will be debit too much. That's what actually in between I used to tell where to, you have to take care. Okay. So overall, first of all, what is your side you have to arrange for your better practice. So immediately, mandatorily by tomorrow, try to arrange this one at your side for your practice. Then this is for second week onwards, but just keep in your mind, if you don't have credit card, try to arrange it by next week. So hope it is clear, first of all, prerequisite side, right? Any confusions here? Any doubts?
Hi, Achit. This is Sampath.
Yeah, Sampath.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the wrong question, or align with the previous requisition what you have said with respect to the Databricks. So you said we'll be using the PySpark engine, right?
Hmm.
So just curious, like apart from PySpark, are we using any kind of engines with respect to that, or only the PySpark?
Sorry, come again.
Yeah. Apart from PySpark, are we using any kind of an engines? Only PySpark. Do we have any other engines as well?
No. Only Spark engine in the background, but we no need to worry. The thing is, our side, we will write down the PySpark scripts. Those scripts, what is the platform actually in the background? That's what we are saying. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I'm just starting from this
Oh,
without
because
getting.
we are going to see, we see our side coding is important.
Okay.
Okay. And we will see architecture wise. So while seeing the architecture, how the Spark engine will be there, how it is going to behave. So in different places. So that's what initial classes we will understand, so that when you are writing PySpark scripts,
Hmm.
by keeping all these points, you will write the scripts betterly actually.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So your side, try to arrange this. Yeah. Any other questions before going to see next? Yeah. Okay. So if you have still, you can ask at the end. Okay. Now let us see the first of all, just today I'm just starting SQL theoretical part, and you also can involve in the discussion. Okay. Always discussion is like that. Uh, I used to ask frequently the questions, try to answer them so that your practice can complete in the class itself. So whoever is just completely new to the database side, just have a understanding this part. So actually we are going to have a data. That data you are going to maintain in a table form. What is the table form? So you can see the data is in a rows and columns. Okay. So data is in a rows and columns. So this is the table name EMP employee. So you can see these are the things. What is these things? You can call as a columns. Okay. So these columns alias names are what? So because very frequently used names are in the real time attributes, or you can call as fields, Okay, whatever that. All these are interchangeable names people will use. So especially this name attribute, keep this in mind. People will use definitely. Then these are things we are really very familiar. So that is rows, or you can call as records, or you can call as another technical name is there. What is that? Come on. What is that? Rows, records. So we have a database actual terminology is tuples or tuples people will call. So that is what actual. Now here we took a EMP table. In this EMP table, if you observe that 8 columns are there and 14 records are there. Observe that. So this is not just a random data for our information. So you see always this table is designed by Oracle actually. You might see in many places. If you don't see, not at all a problem. So this is prepared by Oracle. You take the any scenario to understand SQL concepts, to practice SQL concepts especially. You take any scenario, that scenario you can identify in this. That scenario related data you can identify and you can understand that, okay, topic is saying this and as per that, syntax when you return, code when you return, query when you return, it's related data acting like that. So you take any scenario you can identify in this table actually. So that's why you no need to have a lakhs of records to understand the concept. To understand the concept, how it is happening, always data should be simple. Then same thing, irrespective of number of records, query is acting same. So that's why on this, try to understand how concepts are reflecting on the data. Then same thing you will write on huge amount of data. So this is the very important table. Very frequently we are going to refer for better understanding of the upcoming concepts in the SQL side. Okay. And as I am continuously saying that SQL is actually one of the important concepts. What you are going to learn in this first week, the same thing you are going to see in the ADF side also, very importantly, PySpark side, Databricks side. So there only concepts are changing. For example, joins are there, CTEs are there, stored procedures are there, where clause is there, group by is there, having is there. So different concepts are there here, transformation related. What you are understanding, only syntaxes are changing. So that you should be familiar, that's all. Okay, so that's why give the high priority for this. Okay, now very simple question for you all. Try to answer this. If you have a database, tell me what are the frequently used operations on the database? What operations you will perform very frequently?
Insert,
DML operations.
Create, insert, update, delete.
insert,
Insert,
update.
update,
Create.
delete. Yeah. Anything else?
Select actually.
Yeah, select. So you can say such, right? I'm asking high level words. Okay. Of course, select is you can take it as a such in this case, SQL side. Come on, tell me again. These are the 4 basic operations you will perform. You take anything under this only. Other than this, nothing. Now, which operation very frequently will perform on the database? Insert or update, delete or search?
Search.
Search. Anything else? Anybody? Always feel free to tell. Okay? Whatever, whether it is right or wrong. Come on, any other thing?
Select.
Select. Yeah, that is nothing but search. Yeah.
all operations
Update.
used frequently.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
See, it's very simple. To answer this, nothing is there. You think in very general manner. So anything, if you take data on the database, data insertion will happen one time. One record will insert one time only. So very rare, very less times. And on that data, updations will happen how frequently? Very rare. Delete, also very rare. But see, simple, whenever you are creating any account, suppose Gmail account or Facebook account you are creating, Instagram account, when you are creating first time, your record is going to insert. That means your name, phone number, address, gender, many things you are going to provide, right? So those things are inserted first time. And very rarely you will change the data actually. Maybe your profile fake or phone numbers, address, something you are changing very rarely, not every day. And deleting very rarely will happen. But you see, every day you are logging, right? Whenever you log into your account, you are able to see your basic information in your window, in the Instagram page. So that means with your ID, username, every day search is happening on the database. Is it or not? So more than 90% of the time, such operation will happen on the data, not these operations. Every day. So whatever, and if any e-commerce business, anything if you take, whenever they have a data, many times you are going to perform such operation than remaining operations. So that's why even in your real time also, whoever already know SQL part, already working, select query you are going to use like anything. Is it or not? So remaining things very rarely you will write. Most of the time searching the data, bringing the data, returning the data you are doing. So that's what selecting the data from a database. For that you are using the command called in the SQL side select. That's what simply you are doing search only in the background. Okay. Then in the SQL, select command is very, very important for us also. 90% of the times you are working here only. Okay. Now in the select, how you will use select command? What are all different clauses are there in this select command? Let us just try to understand first of all. Very high level discussion now. And every clause what we are going to see now, it's a separate class. So you are going to understand like anything. So first of all, in the select, this is a command you should use exactly same manner. And you are going to mention attributes. What is meaning of attribute? Come on.
Columns.
Yeah, it's a column. Previously we seen, right? So in what columns you need in the output, you are going to tell here actually. Okay, in the attribute select clause after attribute, after select clause. Then you are going to use the from clause because from which table you need the data. Table means we seen just now EMP table. So like EMP, you may have multiple set of tables actually. Okay. So you may have different tables in a database. Which particular table data you need in the output, you should tell actually in the from clause. So for example, if you take college, student table is there, faculty table is there, department table is there, okay, branches table is there, courses table is there. I need all the departments details. That means what? I need to select the data from which? From department table. That's what in the from you should mention table name. Then next we are going to have a where clause. See, you are going to have a rows and columns. So in a student table, you are going to have a, for example, 100 students. In this 100 students, CSE students are there, mechanical students are there, civil students are there like this. When I need only CSE students, 30 are there, for example. So I need CSE students. So that means remaining 70 records you have to exclude. That's what in the form of condition you are telling. So where department is equal to CSE. That's what you are saying condition. Only CSE need. That meaning is what actually you are filtering the rows. Filtering the records. So some required, some of them not required. How you are taking which one is required basing on the condition. So that's what actually where clause is simply doing for the filtering the records. Keep that in mind. Then group by clause. Sometimes you need to group the data. What does it mean actually? In a section, 60 students are there, for example. So grouping meaning is what actually is always all A grade students I need in one group. So all A grade students in one group, all B grade is in one group, all C grade is in one group. So how you will tell to the system compiler that same value records should come under in one group. So that's what group by clause command you are going to use. So here you are mentioning the columns. So where grade you are mentioning, group by grade. So that whoever have same grade, see what you are doing in the real time, same thing, command wise you are telling. Then if you want to filter these groups, so in the A grade 10 students are there, here 20 students are there, here 15 are there. Now I asked you a simple question. Give me the grades which have more than 13 students. Which have more than 13 students. A grade have 10 students, less than 13. B grade have 20 students, greater than 13. B required in the output, C also. So, whom you are filtering, not the records. You filtering the groups actually after preparing the group. That's why having will come along with the group by. So it is filtering the groups. See that filtering the groups, having clause, filtering the records, where clause, filtering the columns actually is the select clause. So in the previous table, EMP table, 8 columns are there. Suppose if I need out in the output only 2 columns. So EMP number, E name. So what is happening? You filtered remaining columns, right? That's what. Filtering the columns actually. So observe that select clause filtering the columns, where clause filtering the records, we are having clause filtering the groups. This is one of the important thing. Then very importantly, order by clause final one. So order by clause is for what actually? As name implies, you are ordering the data, either in ascending order or descending order, you are going to use it. So whenever you need in that way the data, you are going to use it. Very insights are there in this order by clause, group by clause, in the where clause, and in the select clause here actually. It is not just selecting the columns, something else is there. So out of all these 6 classes, these are the basic classes you should know actually. Then perfectly you will write the queries. These 2 are mandatorily you should use in the query actually, whenever you use. And these 4 are optional. Whether they exist or not at all a problem. These 2 should be there. And you should follow the same order whenever you are writing a query. So you should not write first from clause and then select clause. Or you should not write first group by, then where clause. It's not, it is compiler is going to throw error actually. You should follow the same order. So sometimes having clause may not exist. Okay, leave it. But order you should follow. Okay, maybe where clause not there, group by is there. So after from, group by will come. In the optional, if now something is not there, leave it, but order you should follow. So this is what the select clause, different clauses in subsequently what you are using. And their meanings actually, no worries if you don't know anything about all these things. Every clause is separate class actually. That's what I'm keep on saying. So one day we will see where clause, one day we're having a group by and having, one day order by, and one day in the select clause. And after that, advanced topics are there in the from clause. And then few more are there in the where clause or wherever you want to use. Subqueries, correlated subqueries, stored procedures. So slowly we will deep dive and everything perfectly we will understand if you follow the classes. Okay. Now, on top of this basic understanding, very high level understanding, you have to tell this part. Basing on this meaning of each clause, who is going to execute first? That order you have to tell. First is so-and-so clause, next so-and-so, like that. Total 6 clauses are there. Their order of execution in the compiler, you have to tell actually. Come on, who is going to execute first out of all these things? You just guess it. No, it will be correct. Huh?
From clause.
Where?
From clause?
From clause.
Okay. Any other answer?
Where class? That filtering.
Where clause? Okay. Just tell who is going to execute first one only. I'm just asking first.
I think it's select.
From clause.
Okay. Simple. See, always simple. Just don't think too much. Okay. You have a set of papers in front of you. See here. You have a set of papers in front of you. One paper have a student information, faculty information, another paper department, another paper branches, another paper courses, like that. Somebody asked you that, tell me how many departments are there in your college. What is the very first thing you will do?
Grouping.
You will select your data. To tell total number of departments, first of all, corresponding page you have to select. That is what from, right? To tell anything, you should have first of all data. So who is bringing the data from class? So in the tables what you mention, those tables you should bring. That means that the data you need first. That's what from is going to execute first. Hope you understand, right? Out of all 6. Okay. Then tell me next, who is going to execute? Compiler will pick what next?
Select. Where clause.
Where clause. Okay.
Grouping.
Okay. Anything else? See, you no need to tell correctly. Guess it and tell me. Think carefully and tell me. That's all.
From.
From already over. After that, second one is what? Okay, simple. See, simple. See, you have 100 records, I told already, right? Then, whatever you do next, I asked only CSE students first. I asked only CSE students. So, see, here data is there. And finally, here some output you have to show. Then, it's very simple. For next part, you remove unnecessary columns, unnecessary records. Why unnecessarily you are carrying? So, where clause is going to execute immediately so that only CSE students, here 100 records are there, next 30 records only you have. Then what you want to do next, based on your query, you do next on this data. So simply, if you are moving the goods in a vehicle, what is required, here only you leave it at the source side. I made here itself. Why you are bringing all of them here and then you are here, you are leaving. Which is not required, you immediately eliminate them actually. So that's why immediately if you have where clause, because it is optional, if you have in your query, unnecessary records, you try to eliminate them immediately. So where clause is going to execute after from, as many of you told. Then tell me what next.
Group
Come
by.
on, then tell me what next.
Group by.
Next is
Group by.
Select.
Group by.
Group by only. Anything else? Or any other answer? Yes, as whatever you told, group by is going to execute next. Okay. So because you see, when group by you are going to perform, suppose as we discussed that grade wise, if you want to perform groups. So whichever record satisfying this A grade, all of them coming in this groups are framing. Okay. Then next what?
The condition.
Having.
Having only immediately having is only going to execute. because you are filtering which group you need in the output, which group you don't need in the output. So that's what here also condition only you are writing, but ultimately what it is doing, it's filtering the groups. After forming the groups, it is filtering. Now you are with the two classes, select, very interesting one, and order. Come on, tell me which one is
order by
Select.
select,
Select.
Number of
order.
columns.
Select.
Select.
You filter the number of what columns you require, which column is required.
Yes. So it's very simple after this. See, after all these four classes is completed, you have a precise data. In that data also, which columns is required. Now columns filtering is happening. You see the beauty. Okay. Now which columns out of 8 columns as we discussed, only few columns required for us. So which columns you need in the output, which columns you don't need in the output, after selection only, then on those columns you are going to order the data in ascending order or descending order. So first of all, you should decide that what columns you need in the output. On top of that, order by is going to execute. So that data is going to ultimately order by is actually for whom? For the user actually. Because a user required the data in a specific order, ascending order or descending order. So that is going to happen after whole data is decided. Final data, whatever is ready to return to the user or to the output simply, then on that data, you have to apply the order by. That's why this is going to execute at the end. See, this order you have to follow mandatorily in the SQL side, in the SQL Server or in the Oracle, MySQL, anywhere. Mandatorily, you should follow same order when you are writing the query actually. And this is, what I'm saying, this is internal execution side. Don't follow this one. This is inside compiler when you take your query for execution, it is going to take like this. Now, the thing is, why we are discussing this part is, when you go to the PySpark, in the PySpark, there is no ordering like this. Perfect ordering, you don't have anything. So you have to follow like that or like this, you don't have anything there. But if you remember this order, how it is executing, there also a lot of burden you can reduce actually. After whole work is done, if you try to eliminate the number of records which are not required, then it is unnecessarily you carried that much amount of time. Processor unnecessarily used them to actually. So that's why this order is going to make you much better when you are writing PySpark scripts. We will see that, of course. So again and again, we will refer this discussion in the upcoming classes. So this is what, first of all, very simple discussion on the select class. What is planned for today actually. Okay. So tomorrow we are going to see, we are going to start with the select class. In the select class, multiple variations are there. We will see. After that, where class, performance wise, even if you know you worked many times on the where class, but definitely you will find something new. And most important thing is what actually is group by. Very much logical one. In the interview, if anybody want to test you logically how much good you are, the group by is the one of the topic people will definitely will test. And a group by clause is actually many people are going to get confused also. With a simple animated slides, with a simple examples, for any type of data, you are going to write down the queries. So don't miss these classes. Order by class is one of the technical one and really confusing one, this one. It looks simple when you are working with a one column data display. When multiple columns are there, people are definitely going to confuse actually, but we are clearing that. So that's what this week we are going to complete this whole section. Okay. You will master definitely the writing the queries, no doubt. If you attend the class and if you practice, that's what very important thing. So as I continuously saying, attending the live class is mandatory, very important thing. so that you will not deviate. You will understand the things in single stretch in 1 hour or 1 hour, 10 minutes like that. And then if you have any doubts, you can clear there itself. On top of that, doing the hands-on is very important. Then only you will understand the depth or every corner of the subject concept actually, or in the tool. Okay. So doing the hands-on is the second step, and doing the homework, the third step for your self-confidence. So try to follow definitely your experience at least equal to 2.5 to 3 years real-time person. Okay. So by tomorrow, as I told, mandatorily try to arrange SQL Server and SSMS in your laptop for practicing SQL part. Okay. As I told also, feel free to attend tomorrow, day after tomorrow also for the classes. See the classes, how it is happening. And not only don't depend on the live classes, we may tell first classes were very interestingly. Okay. It is not like that in our training, but you can go through the YouTube channel as I given. Edufulness channel is there, right? So just have a look in the YouTube. So there are 170 plus videos are there. ADF videos are there, the PySpark videos are there, SQL videos are there, data structure videos are there, many are there. So look them randomly, take 4 or 5 randomly, watch them. ADF related only you can see, data engineering related only you can see. How we are teaching, you can assess. And not only that, go to the Udemy and search with name, Achyut, my name, ATCHYUT. You will find 15 plus courses. See the internationally students, how they given feedbacks, and sample videos also there also. You can watch them. Ratings, you can see each course and tags, bestseller, highest rated courses. Okay. So then only you can decide on Wednesday actually. Don't try to join anything blindly. Okay. So 3 live classes you can attend. And as I told, pre-recorded, every day after class, you will get a recording so that you can recap it, or if you miss the class, you have a backup. Okay. So any other doubts?
Yeah, hi Arjun.
Yeah, hi,
My yeah, myself Bharat. So I am around. I have around 1 year of experience in IT. So this course will helpful for me.
See, to be frank, thing is, basing on my previous students, till now we trained more than 500 students from last 1.5 year. Okay.
Okay.
So basing on that experience, I am saying honestly, the people at least whoever have 2 years of experience, at least, they are getting better number of calls than less than that. 1 year, 1.5 year is fine, because by the time course completed, it will become 1.8 or 1.9. And after that, your practice and basing on your situation in your company, it will take 2 years. But for you, if you have a long-term plan, you can take now. Otherwise, you will get a less number of calls. It is not completely zero, but you will get a less number of calls comparatively whoever have more than 2 years. So to be frank, I am saying you can take the decision. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other question? See, always feel free. You are most welcome to ask. Okay. Not only here, after actual classes are started, always try to involve the class. Try to answer every small question. Okay. Because if you have anything in your mind, if it is a doubt especially, don't keep it with you. That habit will help you in your real time also. Okay. So what about advanced SQL topics? Yes, we are going to see stored procedures, joins, all these things actually. After the, in between while discussing the data factory. Okay. Whatever is required in any technology for our Azure Data Engineering, we are going to discuss by the course, by the time course completed. Okay. Because first week we will see SQL, then we will start ADF, then scenarios. And in the ADF side, we need a stored procedures, joins concepts actually. That time I will come back 1 or 2 days, and then we will discuss purely on the SQL side. Then we will use them in the data factory side. Such a way discussion will go actually. At least, okay? Yeah. Okay. If you have any other doubts. Okay. If you don't have any doubts, we will stop here. Then the thing is, try to attend tomorrow's class also. Feel free to go through all these things. If you have any doubts also, you can call back directly. I given my number already. You can take 95670 34641. If this number is not reachable, you can call to this number. Okay. Any of these two, you can call back. Okay, definitely we can discuss if you have anything to discuss. Okay. Okay, then. Thank you. Thank you all. All the best. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.